This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Atlantis execs and hotel union officials are expected to meet at the table next Monday to iron out their differences, which at this point have led to unionized members of the luxury Atlantis Paradise Island Resort staging work to rule. At the crux of this particular standoff is a new shift system for some departments. Here is Labor Minister Senator Dion Folks on the issue.
I do not want to get into the details of it, but we're speaking to the managers at Atlantis, and we're also speaking to the hotel union to see if we could get it resolved. As you know, tourism is our number one bread earner, and as a government, we want to do everything to ensure stability in the hotel industry. But both sides must be respected at all times, and we are in dialogue with both sides.
Atlantis' labor woes isn't the only unrest. Employees of Morton Salt down in Inagua today took a strike vote. The minister again encouraged both sides to sit down and negotiate.
It's a one-company town, as most of you know. 90% of the economic activity at Inagua depends on Morton Salt. So it's very important to us that we get this sorted out and get it sorted out quickly.
Continued unrest in Haiti has meantime forced officials to close the Bahamas embassy in Port-au-Prince until further notice. Reports are that at the center of deadly protests is alleged government corruption. Cars and tires have reportedly been burned and protesters have clashed with police. At last count, 6 people were killed and 5 were injured. Consequently, the national flag carrier made this decision.
Bahamas Air has suspended its flights, I think, to Cape Haitian for sure. And so, whilst there's unrest in Haiti, there's always good for Bahamas to be mindful of that and to follow. Really, Bahamas Air always has a good handle on when to go and when not to go, because they're always very involved in speaking with us at Foreign Affairs. And so, Bahamas Air doesn't fly there, advise Bahamas not to fly there as well.
The UN mission in Haiti has also implemented a curfew from 2200 to 0500 hours, and that's until further notice. The minister assured, though, that at this point all Bahamas embassy staffers are safe. In the meantime, the ministry will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates on new developments as they arise. Haiti last saw mass protests and looting in July. The issue at that time was a hike in fuel prices that forced that country's prime minister to call it quits. A family grieves tonight following a traffic mishap last night. Dad is the driver of a Honda CR-V. Police tell us the driver of a Nissan Murano Jeep was heading east on Rosetta Street just before 9 p.m. when he collided with a Honda CR-V, causing that driver to hit a nearby building, becoming unresponsive. Now, paramedics were called to the scene. Attempts to revive the driver were unsuccessful. He was pronounced dead on the scene. As for the driver of the Murano, he was uninjured. The matter's under active investigation. Another police-involved shooting around that same time. Reports are that a gunman was at home threatening residents and then chasing a woman on Rupadine Lane. When investigating officers approached him, the suspect reportedly fired in their direction. Officers in turn discharged their service weapon, injuring the man. At last report, the man's condition was listed as very ill. This is the second such shooting in recent days. Just Thursday, police shot a man who injured an officer. While the officer was treated for his injuries, police confirmed the following day that the injured man had died and that the matter's been turned over to the coroner. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.